Hey guys, I'm Audra and welcome to my YouTube channel. It is officially week 12 of our 13-week series, The 13 Pillars of Joy. So that's right, we've got 2 classes left to complete this 13-week series. This week, for week 12, our focus is on celebrating the small steps forward. So while life is moving busily, life is moving fast, we have these goals, we have these dreams, we have our health, we have our families, we have our friends, all those things that mean something to us is great. But sometimes to tap more into our joy, to tap into our gratitude, we need to slow down, let the weight of the world off of our shoulders, and really embrace and reflect on those small steps forward that really make a big difference. And they also provide so much inspiration and motivation to keep it going when you really pay attention to those tiny little things that actually make a big difference. So I'm so excited to be here with you guys. If this is your first time joining, thank you for being here. And if this is not your first time and you've been following along with the series, thank you so much for tuning in and joining into this community. We're going to start in a seated position here. And as you arrive, maybe letting your eyes close. If you need to, moving your neck back and forth. Maybe dropping the chin down to your chest. Let your eyes fully relax. Maybe tilting the head back, let the chin come up. Maybe enjoy a little throat stretch there as you let your head fall backwards. And sitting in that space for a moment, finding something that feels good as we just loosen up our necks, dropping our tension, letting things just leave the body. Just enjoy your neck stretch for now still. And as you're in your neck stretch, I just want you to think of something that has happened today, or maybe this last week or this last month, whatever pops to mind that you're noticing like, oh yeah, that really was a move in the right direction, and I did follow through on this, and I noticed myself doing this, and just the noticing was enough for me to be like, okay, like I know what to do next time. So find those moments that really counted, that you're proud of, whichever day that may be that it happened. It doesn't matter how long ago, it's just whatever comes to mind. And just as you're moving your neck still. And when you find those moments that you want to anchor in during this time together to celebrate those steps forward, I want you to start noticing your breath and breathing in and doing meaningful exhales wherever you are in your movement, and just really deepening in your body, just a really relaxation and anchoring in those wins at the same time. That is the goal here. We're removing tension. We're enhancing our thoughts with positive reinforcements and gratitude moments. And then we are using our exhales to really just let the body release the tension that no longer serves us, that blocks our joy, that maybe gets in the way of those celebrating the small step forward moments. And then when you're ready, we're just going to bring our hands to the sides and shake out the palms. Get rid of it. Maybe shake your shoulders a little bit. Maybe gentle side to side. Maybe you find yourself swinging your arms and that feels good. Just getting rid of any little extra stuff. We just release, we release, we release. Good. Now let's start pairing some breath with movement. Bring your hands to the mat. Taking a big inhale, reach up to the sky. And as you reach up, stretch up your rib cage. Inhale, real nice and big. And exhale, hands floating on down. And take a moment to swipe down your shoulders and out the hands. Down the shoulder, out the hand. Say it as you do it. Down the shoulder, out the hand. Down the shoulder, out the hand. And down the shoulder, out the hand. Hands to our sides. Inhale, reach up high. Open up that rib cage with your air, your fresh breath. Hands down to your side with your open mouth. Exhale. Let the shoulders come to a complete relaxation here. Even if that means you bring your chest forward, rounding out your back is fine. Just find a moment where your shoulders can just drop everything. Maybe give them a little wiggle if you need. And then bring that chest forward, sitting straight up. Inhale, sweep the arms up and over your head. Reach to the sky. And exhale, hands down to the neck, completely collapsing. Let the shoulders soften. Maybe you drop your chin to your chest here. Just let everything melt away from your neck, your shoulders, down the hands, into your mat. Maybe you'd like to close your eyes and really embody relaxation through your head space, through the neck, down your shoulders, through the palms of your hands into the floor. Give it back to the earth. Good. Coming to a upright position, chest up, hands are still at your side. We're gonna inhale, hands up above your head, reaching high, open up the rib cage space, and exhale, hands to heart center. Good. So we're gonna come to our knees. If you'd like and you have some blocks or even a pillow since you're at home or whatever space you're in, just get something under your bottom. Always an option to pause the video and come back after you get something that feels nice, whatever that could be. Just coming to your knees. We're gonna let our backs roll out. Chin goes to your chest. You might even feel a little stretch here on the fronts of your thighs, and that is totally good and nice. You can feel into that. But just coming to a surrender pose here and taking a moment to really relax your face. Let your face be pulled by gravity to the ground. Let your shoulders drop, finding a position where you can just collapse. Finding your stillness. Letting everything in your headspace just relax. Softening your jaw. Maybe your head drops a little bit further. Let everything run from your shoulders down into your hands and out the fingertips. Paying attention to your breathing here. Maybe inhale into your head space through your nose, clearing out the cobwebs with your air. And then as you exhale, just picture everything going down from your head, down through your neck, down through the shoulders, down through your arms, and out through your hands. Letting everything just go. All the stored tension, all the hustle and bustle and the movement and the go and just we're just letting it all go right now. Taking a moment to be mindful and intentional with our bodies, our mindsets, and our movement. using each of those to just enhance the surrender. Good. And gently coming up out of that position, maybe letting your head fall back. Taking some movements with your arms side to side here. Maybe still closing your eyes, letting your arms just gently go around you, softening, letting go. And then finding your hands on your knees here. Preparing to do some chest openers as you inhale, hands to your knees. As you inhale, bring that chest forward. Shoulder blades touch in the back, hands slide up to your pocket. Take a nice big inhale in this. And as you exhale, slide those hands forward, concave your back. Open mouth exhale is an option. And then just picking that up through your own pace. Inhale, come forward, open up the chest, bring in good fresh air. And open mouth exhale, round the spine. Relax. Inhale, fresh, good energy. Open up the chest to receive it. And exhale, roll that spine. Relax, lose the tension. Clear the pathway. Inhale, bring that chest forward. Exhale, close down, release, move it out with your exhale and your stretch. Inhale, come forward, get another good fresh air of good energy, positivity, really anchoring in those reflections and those positive moments. And then exhale, release. Let the body clear space to receive all of the goodness around you and the gratitude that is yours. Good. And just coming to a center position when you're ready. Moving out the block or any prop that you got. We're just going to make our way into tabletop position here. Palms to the mat. And as you arrive, just looking back at each hip. Open up your side space. Getting a stretch as you looked at your hip all the way through your neck. Making a C curve with that side that you're pushing out. Softening the belly here. Let the belly get some goodness from this side opener. Maybe you feel some air moving through your belly. Free air or intestinal air, whatever, it's fine. Just let the belly soften. Maybe even try to let the belly drop here. We're just removing any tension from our body. We carry it in our abdomen most of the time. We carry it in our necks, shoulders, abdomen, and hips. So a lot of that is just stored there, and we're just softening our bellies. We're opening our hips. We're relaxing our shoulders and just finding some stored tension and moving it. All right. Extend that right leg long, keeping the toes tucked. We're just going to come forward, point your toe, roll out your ankle. Make sure you go both ways with your rolling. And when that's complete, point that toe, tighten up your entire leg. Squeeze the muscles, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then relax, drop your foot down and push back. Holding that position as you push back, opening up the back space of your leg. And then come forward, point the toe, tighten up the muscle, tight, 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 tight. And foot down, toes tucked, push back. Good, really opening up the back of the leg here. And then come forward, push, tighten the muscles, clench, 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 and then just release that knee below your hip. Opposite side, extend the left leg, toes are tucked. We're gonna come up with your foot, pointing the toes, roll out your ankle here. Make sure you go both ways. And when you're complete, point that toe, tighten up the muscles, tight clench. And then keeping the toes tucked, push back, open up the back of your left leg this time. And just staying here, really opening up the back of the leg, stretching out the muscles here, opening up our bodies, making room for more. Our bodies can hold a lot, and that's why we take this time to open them up, move the tension out, and make space for more. When we get overwhelmed in our body with tension, our minds feel it, our rushing is happening, and everything just seems a little bit faster paced. So we're going to slow down, we're going to move our body, we're going to release stored tension and reset, refresh. All right, come back up, point that toe, tighten up your muscles, squeeze, 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 and toes down, toes tucked, push back. Open up the back of that leg space. Doing our bodies a service of just stretching and moving them. It feels so good for our minds. We have so much clarity. And then lift that foot up, point, engage all the muscles, and then knee underneath your hip. Put your toes together, spread out your knees, and push back into child's pose. A resting pose here. Letting your head be down on the mat, forehead down on the mat. Relaxing into this pose, surrendering into this pose. And making this pose your own. If you want a pillow to lean your chest on, please do. Anything that's going to make this enjoyable, do that. Yoga makes you flexible, but you don't have to be flexible to be doing yoga. So wherever your pose is, just get comfortable where you can just push your edge a little bit more by opening up your body. And here in child's pose, we just take a moment to relax our face, soften the belly. Let the worries, let the to-do list, let the goals, let the changes and the health concerns, all the things that we have stored in us, just giving those a moment to just be quiet and be still so that we can notice the small steps forward in our lives, so we can anchor in the reflections of gratitude. So we can take time to reflect and notice those small movements forward. Because everything that we are working on, we're always making progress. We just need to slow down enough to notice the progress and remove the tension, remove the try from our bodies. And it's so simple with simple stretches. Simple mindset shifts. Those are things that are in our control. On your next inhale, we're going to round our backs and roll up into your tabletop. Getting your hips squared. We're going to tuck our toes, lift the hips up and back into downward dog. As you arrive, pedal out your feet. Opening up the back of your legs again. Alternating knees forward. Maybe playing with your hands if you need to get a little bit more stability in this pose. And then bend those knees, send your chest back. Getting a nice stretch through the shoulders. And then just releasing that back into your pedaling,
We're going to do some hip openers. So right leg is high. Bend that knee, open up the hips wherever you are. Just finding a comfortable space where you can open up the hips, let them breathe, let them stretch open. And then close those hips, squaring the hips, right leg is high. Point your toe, roll out the ankle, and set your right leg down to the mat. Inhale, left leg high. Bend that knee, open up the hips. Letting your body clear space. Let your hips enjoy this movement. Let them open, let them breathe. We release any of the little tension in there. And square the hips. Left leg high, point that toe, roll out your ankle. And left foot down to the mat. Good. Pedal out those feet. And take a big inhale through your nose into your chest. And as you exhale, come to the top of your mat as you walk forward. And as you arrive, forward fold. Bend those knees. Let your chest lay on your thigh. Let your hands be just flat on the mat. Where again, you can use this pose using the support of your knees. Bent chest to your thighs. Let your arms dangle. We're letting everything just go from the shoulders. We're using gravity. We're getting rid of it. Maybe you want to shake like I'm doing and just move that tension. Clear it out. And then find your stillness in your forward fold. Bringing your hands closer up to your toes. And preparing for your next inhale into halfway lift. Inhale. And as you exhale, drop back down. Forward fold. Letting it all go again from your shoulders. And then preparing for your next inhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Really let it go. Good. We're just going to drop the bottom, coming into a seat, rolling onto our backs. Extend the legs long. Finding a really supportive stillness from the mat. Closing your eyes here. Let your face soften. Let your shoulders relax. Let them feel heavy on the mat. Let all the muscles in your arms just release and relax. And then bring those feet, bend your knees, feet behind your bottom. We're going to lift the right leg high, cross it over your left thigh, and lift the left foot, hands behind your thigh, into a figure four. Opening up our hip space here. Letting the shoulders be heavy on the mat. Just embracing a hip stretch. Sending fresh air into that hip. So breathe in fresh air, send it to your hip space like it's swirling around the joint. And with every exhale, sigh or open mouth. Clear all the air out of your chest and hold at the end of your exhale for 2. So we'll do that together. Inhale, send that fresh air into your hip space. Swirl it around the joint. And open mouth, exhale.
empty out all of the air. Empty, empty, empty. Hold for 2, 1, and inhale. Regular, normal inhale, or send it to your hip. And with every exhale, practicing that, empty all the exhale to the very end. And hold that stillness at the bottom of your exhale for a count of 2. We'll do that all together. We'll do a count of 4. Inhale. Ready? Inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. And hold. 2, 1. Open mouth exhale all the way. 4, 3, 2, 1. And hold. 2, 1. And breathe normal. Bring that left foot down to the mat. Uncross your legs. Drop the knees side to side here. And come back to a center position with your knees. Bring that left foot high. Cross it over the right thigh. Lift up the right foot. Hands behind your thigh. And getting into that left hip now. It feels like you might be starting over again. Embracing that stretch, opening up the hip, let the hip relax, let the hip clear. And then initiating some breath work, taking a big inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold for 2, 1. Open mouth exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold at the bottom of your exhale, 2, 1. Good. Breathe normal. And then preparing. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the bottom of the inhale, 2, 1. Open mouth exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 2, 1. Release. Inhale, normal. Opening up our hips, we're making room for more. We're installing and anchoring in our reflections and our gratitude. We're paying attention to those small step forward moments that just feel so good, and you know you're on the right track. You can tell in micro moments how good things are getting already with whatever it is you're working on. And then just release that right foot. Do your left foot from the thigh, extend the legs long. And then just finding some stillness here on the mat. Our final pose of Shavasana. Noticing the body has been stretched, tension has been moved. We've released anything that's stored. We're anchoring in our joy. We're anchoring in those moments that we reflected on that really mattered and that were good, positive signs. So we're bringing more attention to those moments as we release other stored tension so we can make room for goodness. Because to really feel good about moving forward and conquering our health, conquering our goals, whatever it is that you're working on. We move tension out and restore it with the moments that really matter. It's easy to push ourselves to create these plans and these ideas and these timelines, and while they all serve a purpose, they can also just hold so much tension in our bodies to make it all work. And right now we're just letting our body relax, trusting ourselves that we got this, and paying attention more to those tiny moments that moved us forward, where we can tell the work is working, celebrating our wins, clapping for the habits that we have changed, and finding stillness in our bodies. On your next inhale, we'll reach up above your head, stretching, taking your time. Witnessing our gratitude taking place, feeling positive, feeling good, feeling excited. And then when you're ready, take another big good inhale and your big good morning stretch. And as you exhale, bring the knees to your chest, give them a squeeze, rocking side to side. Feeling like a little child as we get excited for what's ahead. And thanking ourselves and our spirituality, our source, our God, whatever it is, just being thankful for the guidance and the safety and the belief and the faith and all the things that we have around us and in us and access to. And then just rocking over to your side, pushing up into a seated position. And we're back. So that was amazing moments of just finding relaxation in our body, removing tension, using conscious effort and our mindsets to pay attention to joy, to pay attention to gratitude, reflection of those small moments that really impact everything that we do on this journey in our lives. And whatever that means to you and whatever you're working on, we're all on our own little paths. We're all processing whatever it is you're working on and your goals and your desires and your relationships. So thank you so much for joining. As we close this practice, I want us to bring our hands to our sides, palms up so we can receive. And we're going to place into our palms something that really resonated, something that was really feeling good and that it was an aha moment or something that resonated or felt good in your body. We just want to anchor in that experience because we're celebrating those small moments that we move forward. All right, so bring that into your awareness. Put it into your hands. Feel gratitude. And then inhale, bring those hands above your head. Bring all of that to life. Palms meet in the center. Exhale, hands to heart center, integrating and embodying and anchoring in all the goodness, all the gratitude, all the blessings. Namaste. Thank you guys so much for joining. I just love having this online community and a place to just share these practices and all those things with you guys. So thank you so much for joining. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment. Let me know something else that you guys might want because we are wrapping up this 13-week series. So I have some things in the works, but if there's something that you would like to explore that I could create, holler at your girl, leave a comment, and yeah. And then also, just to make sure you guys know, if you're looking for any one-on-one support, I am a nurse. I'm in nurse practitioner school. I do a lot of work with somatics. I do one-on-one clients. So reach out, check out my website, see what all I have to offer. I do a lot of nervous system work, bringing in clarity and intention and just bringing in some true breakthroughs into your regimens. So let me know if I can be assist. Connect with me on Instagram. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.